breaking news from the New York Jets. They have fired Robert Saleh. This tweet coming from our own Tom Pelissero, per his sources. Of course, the Jets just coming back from their trip to London, where they lost a game to the Minnesota Vikings. In his 4 years, 3+ years as the Jets head coach, Saleh has gone 20-36. Specifically in 2024, the season has started 2-3. Now, he was the head coach. Peter Schrager, he had an offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator. So Saleh not calling the plays at this moment, but it just didn't come together, obviously, the way the Jets wanted to start this season.
Said he was blindsided, fired by the Jets. And we warned you, if you go to London, where Woody Johnson was the former ambassador to UK, he's got all his bougie billionaire buddies in the stadium, ex-Jet Sam Darnold beats you, something's gonna happen.
Team owner Woody Johnson making the unprecedented move to fire Saleh mid-season.
At the end of the day, this was my decision, and my decision alone.
The relationship between the Jets star quarterback and Saleh has been under scrutiny since the third week of the season, when Rodgers appeared to reject Saleh's congratulatory hug. Johnson saying Rodgers had no say in the decision, but experts beg to differ.
Yeah, we all beg to differ, experts and non-experts. What's up, people? Welcome to another installment of Dirty Kick Sports. I'm Greg Popovich. The New York Jets organization decided to part ways with head coach Robert Saleh after 4 seasons and a record of 20 wins and 36 losses. Now, most pro football aficionados believe that Jets quarterback had a say in Saleh's dismissal. I think he did, but he vehemently denies these accusations, saying that people think I have a lot more power in this organization than I really do. Now, in my opinion, Robert Saleh wasn't a very good head coach, but in his defense, the New York Jets was a dumpster fire, even with Aaron Rodgers. You see what happened to him last year. He's about to be 41 years old. He is the worst quarterback statistically in the league. And even with his experience, I don't think he can salvage what's happening over there in New York. And you can go back through the Jets' history of quarterbacks, and it's not stellar. I mean, you're talking about Chad Pennington, Zach Wilson, Vinny Testaverde. I mean, Mark Sanchez and the butt fumble. There's really been no dynamic quarterback until they get this name, Aaron Rodgers. And, you know, Stephen A. likes to say he's a bad man. He was a bad man. He had a bad injury. You know, last year, it was 35 seconds into the game and this dude was out of the game. So I don't know what these expectations are kind of lofty, and I think it like borders on the line of delusional. But Jet fans want something to cheer about, and we'll see what happens. I guess you can cheer about this dismissal of Saleh. Anyway, I digress. To give you a little backstory on the Jets owner, Woody Johnson, he was an ambassador, former ambassador to the UK. So I think this stings a little bit to fly his organization across the pond to go have a big game against the Minnesota Vikings. And one of the quarterbacks I forgot to mention on the list, Sam Darnold, used to be one of his also. Didn't look good in New York, but is looking like an all-pro in Minnesota. And to lose in that way in front of your little tea-sipping buddies over there, I think that left a bad taste in his mouth. And the proverbial straw that stroked the camel's sack was the Lebanese patch on Coach Saleh's arm. So this firing reeks all kinds of pettiness, but you can't really argue with the coaching decision. The record was horrible. Like Bill Parcells used to say, you are what your record says you are. They haven't really had a good quarterback situation in decades. The defense shows up. They have some good talent at the skill positions, but New York hasn't been good in decades. I'd go to say since Rex Ryan. You know, that was the pinnacle, making the conference finals, or whatever you call it, right before the Super Bowl. Yeah, so this little petty firing ain't gonna help. The Jets organization has always struggled. They're not gonna do well in their division. They still got to deal with the Buffalo Bills. I don't even think they can get past the Miami Dolphins. That's just their division. Let's not even get into the conference. With the likes of the Baltimore Ravens, the San Diego Chargers, the Houston Texans, you know, and we don't even touch on the Kansas City Chiefs. The mid teams, I don't think you can mess with the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars, or better yet, the Indianapolis Colts. I don't think you're on that level. So, you know, enjoy the petty firing. You know, makes you feel better that, you know, you look bad in front of your little British friends, but you're not going anywhere. It's the same problem, same dysfunction. You just swap one subpar coach for another. So I'm gonna put a bow on this and wrap it up. Tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think it was a good firing, or do you think he was scapegoated? Let me know. I'm curious. Thanks again for listening.